Hi guys, welcome to Football with Brownie. I hope you're all well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic. Now, before I get any further, could you please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, as I need your help to grow this channel and your help in building a community in which I'm trying to do here. Okay, welcome to the Cardiff City show. And boy, hasn't there been some goings on down the city in the last 7 days. Starting off last Saturday morning when City purchased Crawley Town striker Max Waters. Then in the afternoon, they continue their losing run as we lost 2-1 against league leaders Norwich City. On Monday, we bought another signing, right back Perry Ing, who was signed from Crewe. Then on Wednesday, we had another defeat against QPR. Yesterday, which was Thursday, manager Neil Harris gets sacked. And today, the rumour mill is in full flow at the moment, as Mick McCarthy is favourite for the vacant managerial position at the club. It really is like EastEnders or Coronation Street. Or, for the Welsh speakers, it's like an episode of Publicum. Right? Anyway, we are where we are. Now, I'm trying to get a good friend of mine, but you can't link on to the proxy link I sent. So I may have to do it via the phone and put the phone by the speaker. Oh no, that won't work. Oh, come on. Sorry guys, my idea totally messed up my internet stream then, so I'm gonna have to try a different way. Anyway, please check your comments in the live chat. What do you guys think about the goings on down the city? And let's not forget as well, there was the 2nd year anniversary was yesterday of the death of Emiliano Sala. So let's not forget that with all the goings on down the city at the moment, we should never ever forget what happened 2 years ago, and get justice for Emiliano's family and friends. So I'm going to try and ring him now, okay? Right, I'll try and ring him anyway. Yeah, so what's your feelings on it? I did have a conversation, a Twitter conversation, which I'm sure most of you may have picked up with former captain Graham Kavanagh. It was quite funny in the end. Cav he's a funny bloke actually. Hang on. You see it 872. I tell you what, I'm so amateur, I'm telling you. Right, hang on 1 second. Ethan says, City Mick McCarthy. unfortunately, I'm tending to agree with you, Ethan. I'm very disappointed. I'll be honest with you. With if that, hang on, let's just say if that was the case, I am very disappointed. Whilst many Cardiff fans would say, look, you know, once he's Cardiff manager, you have to support him. I completely understand that, and I get that. But it shouldn't hide away my disappointment. It really shouldn't hide away my disappointment. Now let's see if this works. Can guys in the chat, can you hear that?
Hello.
Hey Checkers, you okay?
Hey Brownie boy, what's happening?
Yeah, not too. Hang on 1 second, mate. I need to ask people in the chat. Ethan, can you hear that? Can you hear us on the phone? Because I'm pointing up to the microphone. Yeah. Okay. No worries. Hi, Checkers. How are you, my friend?
All good, Adam. How are you, buddy? All right?
Yeah, not too bad. How's it back in Murphy-Tydville?
There's not much happening, Adam. To be honest with you, it's not much excitement with anyone at the moment. Is it with everything that's going on?
I know. What? Well, family all good?
All good, yeah. Just trying to do a bit of homeschooling with the family, with the children. But it's proving difficult. It's very hard.
I know. It makes me worry for the future, to be honest. The amount of school home tutoring going on, adults in the future will be fucked. I'm telling you.
I know. Also, when our kids are older, they're going to be paying for this, isn't they?
Yeah. I know. But hey, thanks for coming on. I do appreciate the. The technical difficulties, let's just say. But just on about Cardiff City, man. For people who don't know, Checkers used to drive us to Cardiff City away games constantly and get loads of abuse while on a motorway. But do you want to put a plug out for you minibus company, mate, and taxi company?
Yeah, I got a minibus taxi company based in Mercer, and been operating for a few years now, and it was going well until pre-COVID, but hopefully we'll be back on our feet soon and back doing airport transfers and everything like that.
And if anyone wanted a taxi or an airport transfer, what number do they call?
077 398 36872, or look me up on Facebook. Get it, Checkers Anthony.
No probs. Right. We are where we are down the city, mate. What's your opinion?
You have to go first and foremost. Artists have to go, didn't they?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I don't think the players have to respect them. They were trained for it, but that so-and-so game is the one that did it for me. Should have gone then, baby.
Well, if I'm honest with you, I was quite lenient with that because it was a derby, and anything can happen in a derby. Wickham done it for me. I watched that game and it was so lackluster. It really was. Well, disappointing is a soft word to use, if I'm honest with you. And if he was going to continue like that, it was only one way we were going, and now it's going down.
Yeah. You have to go, didn't he? With, looks pretty much it's concerned with Nick McCarthy.
What's your opinion? I mean, I'll be honest with you, Jack, right? I'll be honest with you. It was a case of, I'm looking back on his managerial career, and to me, he hasn't done anything in 12 years. Now, that's a long time in football. It's a long time anyway, but it's a longer time in football. I put that out. I don't know if you've seen a video I done earlier on. I put that out, and Cardiff City legend and captain. and Irish international as well. May I say, Graham Kavanagh come back, and you know I'm going to say it. He probably put me in my place. He probably put me in my place. Which I hold my hands up. Maybe I did jump again a bit, but it comes out. It also comes across to me that it was a cheap appointment.
So was Neil Harris, when you appointed Neil Harris, when I felt at the time Cardiff went for the cheapest option, which brings me on to what I was going to discuss with you next. What is Vincent Tan and the board's ambition? Have they got any ambition? Because even before COVID, Vincent Tan wasn't attending games. To be honest with you, Tan, it looks like to me and many others that Tan lost interest when he was forced to do the U-turn on a rerun, wasn't he?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Since then, he just seems to have lost interest, really.
Yeah, no, I know.
As long as they've got an owner on the board that haven't really got much interest, but there's not much hope, is there?
Exactly. I do agree. I don't think the interest has been there ever since he was proven to be wrong with regarding the colour change. And it's basically been, okay, well, just he's letting it run now. But what do you do? I mean, we're in COVID now. All football clubs are losing money. Millions, apparently, millions each week are losing money. So what? He's just going to continue losing money. I really don't get it. You know, we are very lucky that we still got parachute payments, and we're very lucky for that. But we're taking the parachute payments and yet still employing the cheap option.
Yeah, but with Mick McCarthy, I don't know, is he a long term? Well, I don't know what contract he's going to be offered.
Well, the rumour is that it's 6 months until the end of the season. Which on one hand, I don't know about you, but on one hand, it is, you know, it just saves us from relegation, right?
Yeah.
But, okay, roll on to the summer. If he saves us from relegation, there's no doubt he'll be given a longer term contract. Or if he doesn't save us from relegation, then we'll go down and the club will be in a worse position.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right, listen, mate. I'm gonna have to make him. Well, I got Beaky. I need to send a link to now as well.
Give him my regards.
Yeah, no worries. Many thanks for joining, mate. Yeah.
Thanks, Adam. Take care. All the best. Take care, mate.
You take care, mate. Bye bye. Well, thank you very much, Checkers, for joining. Do apologise, guys. It had to be on the phone there. Let's see if. Anyway, yeah, as Checkers said, the appointment is apparently 6 months. Now let's see what these guys say in the chat. Even apparently it is until the end of the season, man. I agree on that. But what I said regarding to Checkers, it's a case of, okay, roll on to 6 months. If he saves us, then he'd be given a new contract. He'd be held a hero, given a new contract. But if he doesn't save us, we're going down and he'll be in a worse state. That's my opinion anyway. Hi Jake, how are you, mate? Hope all is well. And then we've got hi Tim, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Tim says, hi Brownie, what the hell is happening to our beloved club? Can you serious, Tanko? Why don't you all just fuck off and concentrate on business you don't know? Basically, you know, fuck all about football. you know what, Tim? I couldn't put it any better myself. And oh, we got Ethan then comes back. Yeah, what did well? He said, "What did he say?" and what did I say? It was regarding my video earlier on. Me and Kathner, you know, I got no problem at all on him. I first met Graham Kavanagh when he's Cardiff captain, actually in Howells in Cardiff, and yeah, he was in men's clothes department, and he did at that time have a good choice in fashion, but I'm not too sure now. But anyway, yeah, I put a video out this morning regarding my opinion on Mick McCarthy, and I mentioned the fact that he was going to well, the Viking issue. I mentioned the fact that Will Viking walked out on the World Cup. He didn't really take that on board nicely, but it's all calm now. So who knows where it goes? Check out my Twitter, or Graham's Twitter for that. Who we got? Rowan, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. I got Beaky in the background. Just one second, Beak. Appointed Mick McCarthy, you got may as well get Russell Slade back in the club. The guy who's robbed a living for nearly 15 years. That's bang on, Rowan. That is bang on. And this Russell Slade was a nice guy. I'm not saying Mick McCarthy's a nice guy, but me and Russell Slade, we got on well, and it wasn't down to football. It was actually in the lad books in Penarth every Friday afternoon. The guy would be betting on the horses and giving me tips. I never won a fucking race, but he was giving me tips. Fair play to him. Yeah, he will. He will. That's exactly right. That's why I think Ethan. John 11 night. You know what, John? I said this in a video last night, right? Oh, I said no. It may not be in a video. I can't remember, but I did say to someone that given my experience in Championship Manager in 1994, where I took Cardiff from the old Division 4 up to bloody win the league, that experience alone was better than Neil Harris's. I'm telling you. And the last one before we go to Beaky, why not give Pearson a shout? He's available at the moment. Yeah. Pearson, in my opinion, Tony Pulis, because he is a Cardiff fan as well as a kid. But I have a funny feeling Pulis would have wanted too much money for Cardiff board. Right, next guest, here we go.
Hey, what's happening, man? How you doing?
Oh, is he on? Hang on.
I think I'm on.
Okay.
See me. All right, Chad?
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, not too bad.
No problem, Chad. I'm all right, Chad. You IT skills like Garris's managerial skills, like how he picks his midfield. Yeah, I'm just glad he's. Yeah, I'm just glad he's gone, son. I think you know, when you don't know your best team, and you don't know your midfield, and the thing was, I think reading one of the forums, he should have gone after Swansea game. You knew Swansea scored, then Cardiff created. You know, they'd be till now wouldn't have scored. So the writing was on the wall then, and I think we've just, you know, now Mick McCarthy going to keep us up. Well, we should be talking about going for the playoffs. Like, you know, we talk about Mick McCarthy to keep us up. It's like, you know, it's just depressing, isn't it? You know, it's just, you know, I just think there's a dearth of, you know, the managers, everyone's name, and they've been around the block and this and that. And I just think if you're going to do the name I've wrote you is, you know, I've written Eddie Howe, and I've also written Bella's. You know, I think if Cardiff picked Craig Bellamy as a manager or as a coach and had a director of football above him, then if they went tits up, if we missed the playoffs or we lost in the playoffs, as long as the Cardiff team played with the passion he did, and as long as they followed his lead, and if it went tits up, it went tits up. I think we'd appreciate the fact that, and if he dropped the player because he didn't get on with them, well, I think we'd put up with that because it's Craig Bellamy. So I think it would like alleviate the like, you know, he's lost the dressing room. Well, if he did lose the dressing room, we love Bellamy more than any of them. So that would be my, you know, and Eddie Howe's job is choice. The only good thing about Mick McCarthy is he refused to shake Thatcher's hand, innit? You know, but. So
I've had some good authority because I know Bellamy. Well, I used to know him quite well because I used to live down the road from what was that steakhouse you had in Penarth Marina, Pier 64. So living in Penarth, I know Bellamy quite well, and what I've been told is that he would never take a job with Santana as the owner. They have fallen out because of his issues he had before with Cardiff. You know, he was actually contacted. Yesterday regarding the job, and he turned it down because he's actually I think
he's third phase.
He's at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. So let him cut his teeth in it. But I just think, you know, when you look at that list, you know, the Newport manager, you think, I don't know what's happening. You know, let's look at the Cardiff board. Bellamy won't go there because the Cardiff board. Look at the players Cardiff have signed and moved on and have done better. I think I messaged you last night. You know, look at Bobby Dakota Reed, right? You know, whoever bombed him out, it didn't matter. Rudy Gusted, whoever bombed him out, it didn't matter. The manager didn't get on with him, that's fine. There's no sell-ons. Look at these players they've done. All right. Rudy Gusted hasn't done much, but he's got sold for lots of money, and Cardiff are missing that. And look, finances driving what managers we are picking or are giving contracts to. Finances. So if you've got more money in the kitty for being better in the transfer market, then what the bloody hell's happening? Like, you know, Neil Warnock pulled some blinders, didn't he? You know, absolute blinders. He also made some complete cock-ups as well, innit? But you look at Bobby Reed now, wasn't good enough for Cardiff. He's banging him in for Fulham, banging him in like.
I know.
My mate, Bristol City, boy, was big Wurzel fan. He hated. He was glad we had Pack. He was like laughing. He was like, that man robbed a living for us. Now he's gonna rob a living off you. Honestly, he must be like Neil Warnock's brother-in-law. But what was that one line I was saying the other week? What was that one line you told me? I'd rather Marlon Pack, I'd rather Marlon Dingle. It's Marlon Dingle, yeah. Hey, I tell you, I was talking to my mate, right, who's a solicitor in Aberdeen, he's from Aberdeen, and he lives in the same street as the strength and conditioning coach Warnock that Neil Harris brought in, and at Christmas sold his house, moved back to London. So, because he came in, didn't he? Said Cardiff weren't fit, and that's like every manager comes in, and if they don't have a good start, that's the first thing. The player's not fit enough to play my style of football. What style? We didn't have a game plan. You couldn't sit there and say, right, this is Harris's game plan. It was A, B, C, D, and E, and and he couldn't say, right, my best midfield are these two in the centre, him left, him right. You know, we got Wilson, arguably one of the best young talents in Wales. He may as well play him in goal because I'm got a clue where to play him. Clueless. And then Mick McCarthy, is Mick McCarthy going to get the best out of someone like Harry Wilson? I just like, don't it? You know.
I don't think, to be honest, I think the style Cardiff have played, and I don't think it suits Harry Wilson at all. Bournemouth, when he was at Bournemouth or Derby, you know, of course. You know, because
you see Wilson.
I don't think it's good fit at all.
You see Wilson play for Wales, and he looks quality. You know, looks. I know. I think I looked after he said next to Gareth Bale, like he's crossing the ball for me, innit, you know. But I just, you know. All right, we did have a right back. All right, if you turn up on a Sunday league for the Bailey Glass and there's no full backs, right, you've got basically the back boys or five of the back. You know, that's like okay. Or the boy of the youth. Then we've got a youth set up. We've got under 21s. If he said this kid's under 21s, he's got a bright future. I got to play him for 10 games because we haven't got a right back. Get off his back. You would have to be an absolute bell end of a Cardiff fan to jump on his case head. If a kid played and he played his guts out and he made mistakes, which he would, and you jumped on his back, you're better. We've made it quite clear as a youngster he's having a go. I'd rather him blood in a player than what he's done. Like, you know, try to ruin back Kuda's career. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it's hard, isn't it? It's just,
I know.
like, I'm not a football man. Like, say, your experience is on FIFA. Like, mine is like, you know, I can remember watching Cardiff Division 4, all the shots Friday night, 1,000 people, the whole crowd. Mark Jones scored 80th minute, snow in, Mr. Trade home. I had to phone my mother, like, murders, because I was only going to Connor's house for a Chinese. And I just think, it's like, this isn't right. Like, you know, we all could see this, right? We all could see Harris was just going to fail. You know, Harris would have failed sooner, apart from Lee Tomlin was bloody on fire. He was absolutely on fire at the end of last season. That's not a promotion push, baby, that big run of great games. You know, as soon as he got injured, you know, I'd like to see if any statos out there, the correlation between the points we had with Tomlin and without. I reckon that would be a massive.
On about Lee Tomlin, did you see his Twitter the other day?
Yeah, but then someone put him in DeFi because you were in the house because you haven't trained for a fortnight or something. It is right, though, you know. It's just like, are we surprised? Like, you know, are we surprised? And then, like, it was Salah's anniversary, wasn't it, this week? And, you know, I don't know what's happened with the court case here, with Nonch taking us to court. I sort of like lost interest a little bit. But it's like, Vincent Tanny with that much money, you know, as Cardiff fans, we pay our money into our season tickets, which is not, you know, which obviously doesn't, my £300 doesn't contribute much to that Salah bill. But pay our bill, I think we got a moralistic argument there. And that just shows how shit our board are. Because they're like, well, we're not paying. He didn't sign, he might not have signed. It's like, no, pay the club. End of.
Yeah, no.
End of. You're worth however many billion, third richest man, whatever. Pay it. You pay your bill. Just, you know, just not, you know, just it's just bad form, like, just bad form.
I know,
but yeah, if it is Mick McCarthy, I genuinely won't renew my season ticket next year. I won't. I just think I go in and out of phases of it, and because of the lockdown, I think I'm footballed out because all you can do is watch football. So I'm like that at the moment. I'm tired. If Eddie Howe took the manager, even Mark Hughes, I don't really like Mark Hughes. Oh no, I don't know.
You know what? I've never forgiven Mark Hughes for that.
For walking at the Wales.
Wales-Russia second leg, where we went to Russia 0-0.
They'll come back.
Everything going for us. And
he put a full
played Robert Hughes on the right wing.
Yeah, that's it. And 75 minutes, you change your right back or left back, wasn't it? That's the only change you made. I'm
sure more things will happen over the weekend. I'm sure more things
to be honest,
because it's like an episode of Coronation Street.
Yeah, we were joking. We were laughing. All the caravan club down the bottom of the M4 are laughing at us. So that's just like, but you know.
I'm glad you said that, not me. I tell you, because I always
they're all going to go with snogging hands now and celebrate that we're just a laughing stock. Like, you know, if it can only read it right, they'd write loads of messages into you, but they can't, can they? Fingers are stuck together. But why are we a laughing stock? Like, Newport fans, like, they can't even work out. A lot of Newport fans are worried that we're going to take a manager, mate. I don't know. You wouldn't argue with that, would it? He was a young manager and cutting his teeth, and I don't know.
There's so many better options. That's what is
exactly. We are not in charge, and we know better options. Yeah. Let's be honest. Are we surprised we're having this conversation about Harris? If anyone on you is surprised that we are having this conversation about Harris being a waste of space, they should only be surprised how long it took us to have this conversation. And if Mick McCarthy's employed. If Mick McCarthy's employed, me and you will be talking exactly the same thing about not knowing his midfield, about not having a plan, about playing people out of position. We'll have this conversation within 6 months. Or probably a year, because
as I said, Graham Kavanagh earlier, because he wasn't happy with the video I put out earlier because of his Irish connections. Because I mentioned what Lloyd Keane said in that infamous meeting in the World Cup in 2002. And I said, listen, if I'm wrong about Mick McCarthy, then I will eat humble pie all throughout the summer, and I'm sure the deliveries will be yours truly.
Mick,
right? Honestly,
definitely.
I'm quite happy to do that, but I'm confident knowing what's like down there, if they've only given him a 6-month contract, but you know what will happen come the summer if he keeps him up. There you go, maybe it's another 2-year contract.
How are we talking about being kept up, innit? How are we talking about being kept up? It's like
I know.
we were very, very, all bar a terrible free kick decision and a blinding free kick from getting the playoff final. And playoff final would have been, everyone knows what a playoff final is. And all of a sudden, we're talking about the relegate. I know we are almost in a dogfight, but it's like, come on. I tell you why it's like, which I looked on the betting, was at Ainsworth, because he's done a really good job as a young manager on a really shoestring budget. Is it Gareth Ainsworth from Wickham? I like the look of him as well. Yeah. If someone like that come in, it's like, oh, all right then. But then, is it a Paul Trollope moment that we pick somebody who could only play one way and he's moulded his team that way and he couldn't mould our players to play his way? I don't know.
To be honest, I because I know how many times Tony Pulis has applied in the past, and the fact that he was out of work, and the fact that he's a Cardiff manager, Cardiff fan, as a youngster, to me, that tells he's always been hungry for a job. He's always wanted a job. And
the other thing, and a big thing I think with Pulis is as well, I think his style of Warnock style, man management, Warnock style, they're old school in it. They're not, and they've got more about them than Mick McCarthy. Do you know what I mean? I just doesn't. Like you say, since 2000.
Because I don't know if you heard, but he was a man. He'd done a short spell of Sheffield Wednesday recently.
Yeah, he did. He didn't get on, did he? He didn't get on. He only won one in 10, didn't he, Pulis?
The players weren't getting paid. You see, the players weren't getting players are getting paid for a month of November. So he comes out and said, "How do you expect to get results if you're not paying the players?" Then a day later, then they give him a boot for saying that, but you can't, bang on.
Yeah, of course he is.
Right, listen, Pete, I'm going to have to make a move, mate.
Pleasure, sir. Keep up a good work. Keep shooting for the list, brother. Almost afterwards. Worth it till I die.
Take care, mate. Take care. Many thanks. Yeah, hey, I hope everybody liked the addition of my two guests today. Both Cardiff fans, both from my hometown of Merthyr, and as you can see, we're a lot to say as well. I'm sure that there'll be more talking points coming from Cardiff City in the next few days. Without doubt, I'll try and keep on top. I'll try and keep on top of all the goings on there and let you notified as well. I will as well try my best in getting Graham Kavanagh to do just a one-to-one show if I can. And Cav, if you are watching, or if you're watching on playback later on, I'll if you can follow me, and then we'll have that discussion, because I'm sure that not just me but all Cardiff fans would like to hear your kind of theory regarding the possible appointment of Mick McCarthy. Anyway, take care, guys. Please like, share and subscribe, and until next time, take care. Bye.